Hi Power and Grace Rock students. Today we're going to be working on another vault and strength skill. Today is going to be handstand pop. If you've taken a class from me, you know I love working on these handstand pops. They're super important. So I'm going to go through all the technique and the body shapes of how to perform a handstand pop, and then I'll show you my handstand pop and give you some tips on how to be able to do it. Alright, so before we do anything, we want to first actually get our parents' permission and parent supervision to do this skill. We just want to make sure we're being safe and that your parents are okay with you doing it and you're doing it in a spot where you'll stay safe. But then once you know you can do this skill, you want to warm up and stretch, so you want to do some cardio, maybe running around outside, jumping jacks to get your heart rate going, and then our normal stretch from class where we do our butterflies and our pike stretch, our straddle stretch. But we want to really focus on stretching our wrists out really good and our shoulders out really good. So we want to rock our wrists, we want to roll our wrists, we want to do kitty cat stretch and pulling our shoulders, because our shoulders and our wrists need the most mobility for this skill, and we want to make sure we're staying safe with it. Alright, so first for this skill, I know this may look weird, but I'm showing you a proper tight body position. So you can tell my whole body is squeezing, my shoulders are pushing, and I'm in a really nice, tight, straight position. You will not be able to do this skill if you have a super loose body position on your handstand. So you want to make sure you have a nice, strong handstand that squeezes super tight, because again, if we're loose, we're not going to be able to get the pop that we want. So now we're going to make sure we have a nice strong handstand that's ready for a handstand pop. So we always start our strong handstand position in our lunge with our front leg bent and our back leg super duper straight. And our arms are squeezing by our ears. Now we lever in. We hit our lever to T position. So now we're in a T. Now we continue to lift our leg as our hands go down to the floor, and we need to squeeze our legs together up into a vertical position. You should not be able to move on for your handstand pops unless you can do your vertical handstand. And then you want to come back down with super straight legs, landing in that same lunge you started in. Alright, so now we're going to talk about our shoulder popping position. So here I'm just showing you sitting on the ground what you're going to do. So you're going to shrug your shoulders up. You're going to pull your shoulders up to your ears and push, so that you get the feeling of pushing through the ground like you would be pushing through your shoulders in your handstand. So I'm just, again, putting my shoulders in a nice neutral position, and then I'm popping them up to push my shoulders up into my ears and get a nice shoulder shrug. Alright, so now all that's left to do is try our handstand pops. So we're going to do the same lunge, lever to T, and lever into our handstand, but when our hands touch the ground and our legs are lifting, we're going to do the same shoulder shrug that I just showed you sitting on the ground, and we're going to pop through so that we get a nice pop off of our hands, back onto our hands, into our handstand, so that we get a nice handstand pop. And now here I'm just showing you again from the front so you can see it from a different angle. Alright, all we can do now is practice, practice, practice. I know this is a skill that a lot of my students find troubling, and I know when I was learning it, I also found it troubling. It is a difficult skill to do, so it's really important to make sure you have those squeezing tight body positions and a really nice shoulder pop, and then we just have to continue practicing and stay confident. I know that when you guys really, really work on something, you will get it. So just keep following all the drills I gave you, and I'm sure you'll get this skill in no time.